Hello, Cancer. It's Haley with Tarot from Beyond, here to provide you with your November General 2018 reading. I'm here to give you your reading, just to give you a general idea of what the energy will be like for the month of November. It's not going to be a very long reading, as it doesn't need to be a very long reading, given that we know that we are going through, Venus retrograde in Scorpio. A lot of people's feelings were on high alert. Venus is a very sensual planet. The ninth house talks about, relationships, love affairs, business partners, things of that nature, emotions, and it slowed everything down so much to where nobody has any excuse to say that they didn't see what they saw in their relationships. And I do a lot of private readings, and you have to understand a lot of people are talking about their relationships and how they're walking away from them because there's just like some unrequited love in the relationship, and they just decided that they're just not going to be a part of it. They're just not going to have anything to do with it. And I don't blame them. Everybody deserves love. Everybody deserves to be loved the way that they offer love. And if it's not an equal exchange, then, we know that it's hurtful. And, we're going to be hurt as long as we allow ourselves to be hurt. And a lot of you need to understand that a lot of the relationships that you just exited were for you to learn how to step into your divine femininity and for you to stand in your divine masculinity, whether I'm talking to a male or a female, for you to set those boundaries that needed to be set, for you to say, you know what, I am no longer like somebody's like second choice. That's just not gonna happen. All right, Cancer. So I see the Hierophant. I see the Ace of Swords. I see the Emperor. I see the King of Cups. The Page of Wands. And I see the Fool. Remember, I'm talking to my virtuous zodiacs, so if you're not virtuous, you can thumbs down all you want, as this reading will not resonate with you likely. It will likely sting like a hornet's nest. So with that being said, give me just a moment and relight this candle. Seriously, does not want to pause so I can relight the candle. Okay, Cancer. So what I'm seeing is, with regard to a commitment, you got some clarity and you realize that you have the authority. You're the King of Cups. You're the one who knows how to love beyond love. I mean, once you get to the King of Cups status, that means that you have dealt with some long suffering in your life. And that's what taught you how to love without judgment. And as a result, you're really looking for commitment. And I feel like either you're in a commitment because you got the clarity, or you ended a commitment because you got some clarity with regards to what somebody was doing. Okay? And you decided to take it upon yourself to go ahead and experience new people, places, and things so that you can move on and not stay in that area of disappointment, hurt, and feeling betrayed, which is what a lot of people are feeling right now, because a lot of people are going through a lot of breakups right now. This is the breakup season. A lot of people are looking at their partners for who they are and saying, either yay or nay. I'm going to deal with this or I'm not going to deal with this. And a lot of people just got fed up and was like, you know what? If 1 and 1 is not equaling 2, then I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel like that's a bad decision to make, because you have every right in the world to say, you know what, this is what I'm worth and this is what I don't have to put up with. And it has nothing to do with forgiveness or non-forgiveness. It has everything to do with my self-worth. And that was the whole point of you being in the relationship with this person. I feel as though a lot of you went ahead, got on your horse and said, I'm out. I'm rolling out. I'm rolling out, because basically I got the clarity over the commitment that I was in. I got clarity over the situation with regards to what you was doing. And based on what you was doing, that's a no-go for me. I ain't having it. And there's no way in hell I'm going to sit here and cry over spilled milk when there's a whole world out there that I can explore. So Cancer, You know, I'm going to give you a big ups because you decided not to stay in Pityville too long. You're working on your self-mastery. You're working on, focusing on your coin. You know what I'm saying? You're working on, controlling your feelings with regards to the situation. And you're getting closer and closer every day to not even having any feelings about this situation at all. And you have a decision to make, it looks like. And what decision is that, Spirit? Are you going to roll with Spirit and your divine mission? Or, you know what I'm saying? Are you going to go ahead, and remain strong? Or are you going to let this person come back, Are you going to choose your rebirth, or are you going to go backwards and then continue to repeat the same cycles of being in these relationships with these people who just give you unrequited love, where you're just giving, and the other person is taking. And then it starts to really jade your personality. It starts to jade the positive aspects of yourself. It starts to really jade the way that you perceive your own self. I mean, why would you allow yourself to be in that situation when you know what you're worth? Even more so now that you've dealt with what you've dealt with recently by going through a breakup. I know that a lot of you went through a breakup. You're like, my head is not going to be in the clouds anymore, hoping and a wishing and a praying that this person's going to change, because they're never going to change. They're not going to change. So I'm going to go ahead and work. I'm going to focus on my work. I'm going to focus on my self-mastery. I'm going to focus on how I can diversify, because I'm the boss lady. I'm the boss man, baby. Because there's a difference between the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress. I say this all the time. The Empress is a birth giver. Anybody can give birth, but that doesn't make them a good mother, does it? Oh, but the Queen of Pentacles is a nurturer. She's a nurturer because she worked for hers, okay? And because she worked for her, she's going to nurture that pentacle, whatever form that pentacle comes in. And that's what you are, Cancer. You walked away, and you walked away from love for very good reason, in pursuit of happiness. And it looks to me like for the month of November, you definitely will find it. Because what you learned how to do was you learned how to set boundaries, whereas before you were not setting them. And it takes a strong person to be able to do that. If you notice, these two cards fell right on top of each other. It takes a strong person to be able to step in the unknown and say, you know what? If I use my authority and let you know what I'm not going to allow you to do to me anymore, or allow you to do in this relationship anymore, I mean, that takes courage. It takes courage. And that's exactly what you displayed. And that's exactly what you learned. You learned how to set boundaries and say, you know what? I know what to say hell no to. I say hell no to being betrayed. That's what you said. That's the ending. I'm at the end of that journey, and somebody is not happy about it. It's like your ex is pissed off at the fact that you didn't want to play their game anymore. That third party situation bullshit game, And you got the yin and the yang with regards to authority. So it's like there's no coming back from that shit. You now know how to set those boundaries. I mean, you got the yin and the yang within yourself when it comes to saying, this is what I will allow and this is what I will not allow. I am fed up with your behavior, and you have no idea how fed up I am. I am not going to have this shit anymore. There's no way that I'm going to ever be in a relationship with somebody who misuses me and is methodical with regards to what it is that I have to offer, rather than really wanting to have a spiritual relationship with me. You know what I'm saying? Because your fertile grounds dried up a long time ago. Now you want to go ahead and find a way to go ahead and plant your seed in my fertile grounds, because your grounds are dried the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Because the person that you were dealing with was very immature in love. You have no idea. And people who are very immature in love really don't even know how to receive that message from that fish. That fish is trying to give that page a message, but it's just like you telling your kid something and then seeing if the message is going to come out exactly the way that it's supposed to come out, Usually some words will be twisted around. We are definitely talking about work that you put into a situation, into a relationship. But I have a feeling, Cancer, that some people are going to be barking up your tree trying to put work into you, trying to figure out how they can get you and how they can love you and give you the best that they got, like Anita Baker, baby. Because that's what you deserve. That's what you deserve. Happiness. That's what this card represents. The Nine of Cups represents happiness. And that's exactly why you walked away. I'm telling you, look. You walked away. Here's the Eight of Cups, right? Like, here's the Eight of Cups, right? You see that cup that's missing right there? You walked away in pursuit of happiness. And come November, baby, you best believe you're going to find it. November is going to be like a hella happy month for a lot of people, because a lot of people went ahead and stood their ground and said, you know what I see in this relationship. I see how selfish the person was that I was with. I see how methodical this person was. I see that they didn't understand the concept of give and take. You know, I see that this person, like, you know, I still have love for this person, but that, and I forgive them and everything, but that does not mean that I have to sleep with them anymore, and that does not mean that I have to be with them anymore. Because, yo, you a thief. And, you know, not only tangible things can be stolen. People can steal spiritual things from you. They can if you let them. That's why you always have to make sure you're on guard and always make sure that your spirituality is on point so that you can always peep what's going on around you, even with people who you don't even know. You can sense energy around you that is not healthy. That's the theft card. Seriously. But because you peeped it, look at what you have to look forward to. The Ten of Pentacles is popping up in everybody's read. I'm telling you, you virtuous zodiacs better get ready for it to rain, because it's about to rain. It's about to rain with financial stability. It's about to rain with love. It's about to rain with all kinds of positivity. Come these cold holidays, baby, you're going to have somebody to cuddle up with that's going to keep you warm. I promise you that. And it is going to be with somebody who is your soulmate. It is going to be with somebody who really does deserve you, who would never hurt you the way this last person hurt you. Never break your heart the way this last person broke your heart. So in closing you out, you just got to a point where you were just like mad, tired of the games. And usually that's the catalyst that'll make you say, you know what? I'm not dealing with this fuck shit anymore. I'm done with this. I'm not dealing with this. You know, I deserve better. And you're going through the process of healing, which is very natural after a breakup. Your angels are right there with you to go ahead and heal your heart and to get your subconscious and your conscious thoughts, you know, together. And they are really working on you right now so that you can go ahead and make the proper decisions going into the future so that everything is aligned, everything is balanced, and everything is in its place so that come any future decisions you make, they will always result in you being rewarded by the universe because you made the right choice. That's the bottom line, baby. That's what I see. And that's what's up for November, Cancer. So be excited. Come a couple days, you know, like around the 30th or so, I'll go ahead and start uploading your videos for the first 2 weeks of November to see what progress you've made. Make sure you pay attention to the red flags because, of course, there's always going to be a whole lot of frogs before you either meet that prince or before you meet that princess, whether I'm talking to a male or a female. There's always going to be those frogs that try to come and act like they just love you so dearly. But right now, you are so past it and so over it, and you know how to peep the bullshit like right away. And there's just no way that you're going to make the same mistakes with, you know, people in, you know, intimate relationships like you did before. You know, you're like, you know what? Either you're going to give me all of me or I don't want any of you. And that's it. That's it. So with that being said, loves, I'll talk to you soon. If you feel like you want a private reading because you're having a hard time releasing, as I had been doing the daily release readings, for those of you who are having a very hard time releasing a relationship that you just ended, make sure that you go ahead and book your private reading so that I can help you through that so you can move forward. and claim this 10 of Pentacles, because remember, where your energy goes, that's where it flows. And if you continue to put your energy into the past, that's where all your energy is going to go. But if you realize what you learned about yourself and who it made you in the present, you'll be able to make plans for the future. And the future is looking pretty bright. So if I were you, I'd grab this, stay out of the past, and move into the future where there's nothing but abundance. All right, babies. Talk to you soon. Namaste.